Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Smash the Gas podcast, where we here for all the Steeler talk and nothing but Steeler talk. I'm your boy Tate in the building with the fellas. We got the quadruple OG in the building, class of 1987. The big OG quadruple homie Kerb in the building. Kerb, what's happening, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Can't complain, bro. A lot of Steeler stuff to talk about. We also got Mr. Hype himself, Mr. Too Hype. Do we still get hype now, man? Hype seemed like it was so 80s and 90s, man. Big G, Big G, you might be a little older than Curve, man, but you know.
Listen up, Tate. Listen up, Tate. I ain't that old because your ass is 3 weeks older than me. So don't try it one time. And I see Claude over there being diabolical already in the chat. I'm not having it today, you Yenzies. I'm not having it. Not today. I'm already hyped up about the practice and everything we're going to be doing. So let's do what we do on the podcast, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's just talk about Steeler news right away. We won't warm up to it. Like Coach T said, you can't warm up to it. And I got a clip for Claude a little later. Was a video clip. It's an audio clip now because I don't know if 50-50 passing out bad information out here in these streets, but I changed the video clip, audio clip, and you get fined for opening. I see them lips moving.
Yep.
You get a no diddy. So I'll take the. I'll pay it. Yeah.
Hypocritical. You always watching somebody's lips.
Hey, the lips is my terminology, dog. You leave that alone. You leave that alone, bro. You leave that alone,
man. But nah, man. So yeah, I got something for Claude. So Claude, stick around for this show, the next show. But we got some clips for you. It's kind of Mike T related. But we're gonna talk about training camp, the close of it. Some of your thoughts on it. We're gonna talk about the joint practice tomorrow. We'll do that towards the end because that transitions into pump your brakes also. Yeah. And right now, first up, just Steeler news. You and Curry were talking about it already, so let's go ahead and get to it. So Big G can either send Curb to the rubber room, or we can just find Big G for 50-50 for being wrong half the time.
I'm going to throw his ass out the car, Tate. I ain't going to throw him in the rubber room. I'm going to throw his ass out the car. We going to hit one of them curbs. I'm going to open up the door. And then, hey, it is what it is, bro. Hey, I told him to buckle up. I told him already.
Go ahead and put your seatbelt on, Curb, because it get reckless here sometime, man.
I already told him to buckle up. I told him.
But yeah, man. So I was talking about wide receiver news, man. We know Calvin Austin has a oblique muscle pull.
Facts.
He hasn't practiced in like a week and a half, about the last 8-10 days.
Yep.
He's an important piece of the offense as far as what he brings to the offense. I mean, him and Roman Wilson aren't the same, even though in stature they may seem kind of similar. They're shorter wide receivers. Mm-hmm. Roman Wilson's probably a little taller, but he's not the 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2" wide receiver that we would have as wide receiver 2 that can be assistants in the blocking game and stuff like that. Calvin Austin is that yeah, he a little fella. They both little fellas. Calvin Austin that 4'3" little fella though. Ron Wilson 4'4". Yeah, but fast. I think Calvin Austin is better in space, is a little faster, draws more attention from a defense when you put him in motion and get him started in motion and stuff like that already. But you know, I think the Steelers, there's a lot of talk, a lot of chatter today, Big G. And shout out to the to Big G telling it like it is. 100. So I was a live rant earlier at noon. Some we're trying to add to the rotation. Mm-hmm. It was from
12 to 12:30.
Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty good for the first go at it.
Yeah.
But but I think all this talk, Big G, came. Well, I'm getting at all this talk came after that. The receiver talk.
Hey man, do me a favor before you toss the mic to me, man. There's a certain diabolical dude in the chat right now named Claude Bishop. Tate, you tell me what that
Place.
comment, because it ain't a super chat. You tell me what that comment is worth.
Just tell me the place.
Let's start with the old country first. Let's make him feel at home.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, Claude. Welcome home. Welcome home, Claude. Welcome home. Yeah. I'm sorry, Tate. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's the diabolicalness going on in that chat, man. It's diabolical.
It's okay. There are no interruptions on our show because we like to engage with the live chat, our listeners, our subscribers. I think that's something where we do totally different than a lot of other shows, man. We involve the listeners in the live chat and, just are inclusive. We want to hear what you guys got to say about the Steelers. Some podcasts only put up super chats. We can't put up everything, but we try and get to the stuff that you guys want to talk about. With that being said,
time out. Well, time out. Could you put up big punishments? Could you put up the next with big punishment? Big pun out there. I think Claude needs some company, Tate. Could you please make sure that Tate's taken care of, sir? I appreciate you, man.
Where's he go?
Old or new, it don't matter. It don't matter.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
But don't know what you got. Go, you gotta go.
Yeah. Welcome home too, punishment. Claude should give you a welcome meeting.
All right, can we get because I thought this would only be you and Shannon, but this is you, Kerb, not so much Kerb. You, Kerb, I'm gonna put you in there though, Kerb, and the live chat. Can we get back on track?
Let's go.
Let's get back on track.
You know I'm the conductor on that second train, Tate.
That's what I know.
Yeah, dog. yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You see the second train didn't make it too far.
Hell no. Hell no. Go ahead, man.
But yeah, man. So we talked about, you guys were talking about backstage, wide receiver options. So let's just throw some out there, right? I've heard since earlier, and this would be two potential big ones, right? And Mark Caboli, down with the Pat McAfee crew, and is the Steelers contact, Steelers source for those guys. The Pat McAfee show used to work for the Athletic, Pittsburgh local, but he said he expects something to happen in the next 8 to 10 days.
The
Steelers and the receiver. Some of the names out there are Terry McLaurin, trade with the Commanders. These are the big names. Tyreek Hill, trade with the Dolphins. Some of the other more mid-level trade bait, I want nothing to do with Adam Thielen. I want nothing to do with who else did I see that's a potential trade bait. I won't waste my time trying to think about it. I don't want any of those guys. There's talk about these two guys who I think seem most viable to me at this point right now. I'll let you guys take it from there, whatever you want to say about the receiver position. Are one Kerb's dude, Amari Cooper.
Hell no.
And new to the party, but been a free agent, been out there, who I would be intrigued by. Big-G says no way, but Big-G's thoughts are his own, doesn't represent the entire show. Is one OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr.
Hell no.
So, Kerr, I'm gonna go to you first because Big-G always bumping his chops. Go ahead, go first, Kerr. Tell us what you think.
Well, from the trade standpoint, Scary Terry, I don't see it. I don't really see it because I think at the end of the day, I don't know if the Steelers want to pay that bread, and he wants his money. So I don't really think that's gonna happen. Like I say right now, with your free agents, I don't know about Odell. I mean, because he been like kind of jacked up the last 2 years.
Nah, he had a bad fit in Miami last year. Let me say this. OBJ would be the cheapest option with the most potentially highest upside. So that's why I'll leave that there. Go ahead.
But, I mean, between him and Cooper, now I will say Odell probably would ask for less than what Cooper would ask for. I would agree with that. But right now, I mean, them are really the only guys. I mean, like, I think Dobbs is hurt. So, I mean, I don't know what his deal is, unless the Steelers just wait until some guys get cut, because you're probably going to start getting some guys that's going to get released early so they can, get with other teams. But what's out there right now, that might be your best options. And I don't know why. I don't know why G don't like Cooper, but I would. I mean, especially if you can get him for $4 million, $3 million bucks, I'm doing that. And he fit. Like I say, if the Steelers was looking for a number one guy, then I might have, I would, that might be a problem. But you ain't looking for him to be a number one.
If you're looking for a number one guy, then you got to trade them assets that G was talking about that Omar don't want to part with. So there's no other one coming. No Diddy. Right. There's no number one arriving in Pittsburgh. I think that's why I don't think Terry McLaurin. I think Commanders get it done. I think Tyreek Hill could go because him and Miami not getting along. But what do you give up for Tyreek Hill? I mean, so I think some of the other guys are more of an option. Big G, what are your thoughts on this wide receiver?
Pick a sign out of them dudes that Kerby said. Tate, I don't care if you or Kerb pick one. Pick a sign, man.
Go ahead and pick your own sign, Kerb.
Two. This is what Odell Beckham and Amari Cooper are right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. They would be hot trash. They don't move the bar. They don't move the bar. And Arthur Smith's set in 12 personnel, your number 2 wide receiver needs to be a possession wide receiver that moves the chains and blocks. Amari Cooper ain't blocking. Odell Beckham ain't blocking. They ain't blocking. So I'd rather have Rome and develop Rome than you have damn OBJ and Amari Cooper. They just names. They washed. It's over. They done.
I can tell you this, and this is the reason I really like those guys, because you got Aaron Rodgers. Don't waste this year with a guy that haven't even played an NFL game yet. I wouldn't waste that. Put just like what you said. You can't tell me that's what Amari Cooper is. He's gonna move the chains. You need 7 yards.
He ain't blocking. He ain't blocking.
That's the fact, Jack.
He ain't blocking. He ain't blocking, Kerby.
Want a guy to block, but that ain't gonna be all that important. You gonna
in 12 personnel.
Aaron Rodgers need weapons. Don't waste this 1 year you got with this guy on a guy that ain't never strapped it up in an NFL game.
Whoa. No Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy. No Diddy.
You can't be strapping up.
No Diddy.
Yeah, you can look at that one or two ways.
Yeah.
Getting strapped up.
Yeah, Kerby.
You can be strapped up going with him or her. So
yes.
Hey.
Kerb. It doesn't. I believe right now. I saw the week 1 preseason with Rome, and I'm a firm believer that Aaron Rodgers and Roman Wilson had a good conversation. And what Roman Wilson needed was confidence. First play from scrimmage against Jacksonville, 19-yard hitch route. First freaking down. That's all we need. And if you go back and watch the All-22, he was out there blocking. So I developed a young guy. Now, if you're going to go all in for you saying about Aaron, see, they was against Jacksonville's number 1, so it don't matter.
That's a preseason game.
They was against Jacksonville's number 1. So all you can do is ask him what he can do when he's on the field. He got a 19-yard hitch route and caught that sucker. I don't even need my number 2 wide receiver to get a whole bunch of yak yards. I need him because I know they're going to double team DK. They're going to have to strategically go against Jonnu. Firemouth is a damn problem. Mount Washington is a problem. I need my number 2 dude to be able to give me a hitch, first down. Go across the middle, first down. We run zone running schemes. He fits up the block. Caleb Johnson, Jalen Warren break around the end, 80 yards, 70 yards, touchdown. That's what I need my number 2 to do. So Amari Cooper and Odell Beckham ain't gonna do that.
They ain't gonna do it. You got more confidence in the guy that has never done it. Okay, yeah, Rodgers said something to him. He made 2 little catches. But you banking on the guy that never done it to a guy that's done it for 10 years. And
Odell
like I
Beckham
say,
didn't do nothing last year.
I'm talking. Well, you know who I want. I ain't really talking.
And that's a big trash take.
But
if they was going to take Amari Cooper, they'd have been got him. They're not going to get him.
To me, I think that a 10-year vet, he ain't trying to come to training camp. And I'm quite sure.
Kerby, we don't want him.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying of the options that's out there, that's what I would do. And I'm quite sure before they would sign him, they would bring him in, work him out, and they'll be able to tell if this dude is washed, if he can't run or whatever his issue may be. They're going to see that before they sign him. But I'd rather put my money on him than a guy that ain't never done it. And then with my quarterback that I got for 1 year, and we're going out, they still can say whatever they want. They're going for it. They're going for it. So I'm not going to mess around with a guy that ain't done it yet.
Nichols over.
You can develop as the season goes.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Tate. Thank you.
You could develop with Rudolph, but right now, we going for it, and I'm putting in guys that I know that at least has done it before.
You putting in guys, Tate.
Yeah.
Tate, you heard what he just said. Tate, you heard what he just said, man. Come on, man. Come on, Kerby. Damn, man. Come on, man. Come on, Kerb.
That's on the Mount Rushmore to no Diddy's.
Live on air, too. Live on air.
Yeah, because some of the other ones were backstage, but Kerb.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
You got to chill.
Quadruple up on that dude. That's ridiculous.
No Diddy.
You got.
Yeah. But listen, Kerb, I'm telling you, I promise. Now I'm saying this to both of y'all. The issue is Omar Khan does not want to spend the capital, but he's going to be forced to spend the capital. Omar Khan has already been circling the wagons around Tampa Bay, circling the wagons around Indianapolis, circling the wagons around Houston, keeping his eye on Green Bay and keeping his other eye on New Orleans. He gonna get one of them dudes out of one of them spots, bro. He's gonna get one. They all have 4, 5, 6 wide receivers. Not all them dudes is gonna play. And in the NFL, you don't sit on the bench. That's not what happens. He's gonna get one of them dudes. The issue is he don't want to pay what he's got to pay. High end of it is Terry McLaurin. Second and fifth, and you got to pay him. Low end of it, a guy like Michie or Hutchinson out of Houston, a guy like Pierce out of Indianapolis, a guy like McMullen out of Tampa Bay. Dog, he going to get one of them dudes. Hell, I still say go in after Olave because the Saints is trash. The Saints is going over. They quarterbacks suck.
Hey, you want to.
That's a big fine, boy. That bad, baby. Man, where my sign at? That boy, that joker was rattling and rolling over there. Sure did. That's the huge one. Huge fine.
Yeah,
wait a minute, you trying to get me to take care of pun? Dog, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever seen in my life that he just put on the screen, dog. I can't believe he said that.
That's the fact, Jack.
That's the most ridiculous thing I ever seen.
That was me. That was me agreeing with pun. See, y'all want to trade picks and assets and spend all kind of money. Let me bring Odell, bring Clay, and see what they got. If they don't got nothing, I ain't lost nothing.
Right.
Peace out.
Bro, I'm not bringing Claypool back to – man, Claypool don't need to get within 50 miles of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey. I'm
not 50
saying,
miles.
Man, I'm not saying it'll work. I'm saying it's low risk, high reward. If he if he can join the team again and play like he played in his rookie season or his first 2 seasons, as a number 2 or number 3, as another big body out there with DK and Jonnu and Frymouth, man, you crazy. I'm seeing what that look like. I'm see what that look like for the cheap, for off the street, for vet minimum. I'm gonna see what that look like.
But Tate, why we being cheap? We all in. We need a legit dude. Why we being cheap? We all in. And if Calvin Austin III is on the, because I'm predicting that boy might start on the PUP list. For real. It's gonna take time for that for it to get right. I'm predicting he start. Yep, and I'm thinking that Rome is gonna play slot. Right? I'm thinking Rome gonna play slot. So now you move Rome to slot. You got to go get a dude. You can't be over there messing around, bro. You can't be cheap. Go get a dude. It's just draft capital when it's all said and done.
It's just draft capital. They may need to use next year to get a quarterback.
Future draft capital.
Well,
You got 12 picks. You got 12 picks next year, but then you got the next draft after that. If you really find a dude you fall in love with, trade some in the future.
You don't see too many people doing that. If somebody traded a 27 one for somebody, they usually trade a 26 one also. It's one of them kind of big deals.
Yeah.
You don't just say, I'm gonna give you my 27 one.
Yeah, you give them your first and 26 and first and 27. If you find a guy that you like, that you're gonna fall in love with. That's what Houston did. That's what Jacksonville did.
Yeah. No receiver is worth that.
Not the number one.
No, I'm talking about a quarterback.
Wait, but you're talking about giving away assets.
Oh, I'll give away a second.
They don't want to do.
Bro, I'll give a second and a fifth today for Chris Olave and for Terry McLaurin. Today. Matter of fact, Terry McLaurin, I get a second, a fourth. I give a second and a fourth and maybe a future to get him. And Olave, I get a second and a fifth today. Today to get him. Today.
But the money, though, they don't want to pay that.
So what?
They don't want to pay that.
So what, bro?
Give
it to him. Give it to him in a bonus and stretch him out. Stretch his pay out.
Give it to him in a bone. It's
a bonus. You missed it. Don't be trying to. You reaching, bro. You reaching.
No Diddy.
No, that's a reach. Look at the triple. Dang, he got some. The triple OG Shannon.
Everybody out there, the fine I got from my phone ringing, it was this guy.
Shannon, you all have that fine. Shannon, you all have that fine.
It was this guy recklessly calling, knowing we on a pod.
Shannon,
I sent 3 messages, text messages, saying, "Hey, I'm ready whenever." I mean, I never got the link.
I just saw the one I saw it when after you called. I looked at my phone, but yeah. So we're just talking about wide receiver 2, Shannon. Real quick, tell us your thought if you think they'd make a move. Anything you've heard today, anything that you think you'd like for the Steelers as far as wide receiver 2 goes.
I heard the same thing y'all did from Mark Cropperway, and I'm not interested in, as I've said before, in Cooper.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not interested in them guys. If you're going to bring in a guy in, I think you should, put some capital behind it and get somebody that can actually contribute this 1 year while you got Rodgers. And so the free agency, nobody entices me at all. Forget OBJ.
That's what the hell I'm talking about, Shannon.
Hey, people talking about passing on Deion's kid because of him. Hey, OBJ's daddy's a pain in the you-know-what.
You better believe it.
You don't want him. His son's already a knucklehead, and then you got to deal with him too. So I'd like to see McLaurin trade for somebody that can actually contribute beyond this season.
Shannon, that's why we call you the triple. That's why we call you, because you just came in and bust him over the dome with facts, bro. I was in there sparring with him. You came in and knocked him clean out. That's what you. That's what I'm talking about.
We're a
triple
tag team.
OG.
We're a tag
triple.
team. That's right.
The triple. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about y'all being punch drunk. I'm not giving up no major draft capital for and paying McLaurin $30 million a year minimum. And Olave contract about to come up too. I mean,
okay.
I mean, if
well, they ain't gonna be paying a quarterback for a while.
That's
at least 2028, 2029.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna give up no bread for no quarterback. We good. And if Hayward keep cutting up, his contract gonna be off the books quicker faster than later.
Real quick, we got about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about Kansas. I think we all might have different feelings in regard to this. I'm gonna gonna play the Cam Hayward clip of his meeting with the media after practice on, I believe, on Tuesday or Monday maybe.
Cam, you kind of, the holding news kind of surprised all of us. We've seen you in practice. How did this transpire? When did you kind of tell the team that you wanted a new deal?
Since late February, I think.
Okay.
With the combine, my agent, I've been talking. Nothing really to report there.
Cam, what are you looking for?
Looking for my contract to be addressed. Honestly, looking to be valued. In my eyes, when I look around and at my position, I think I'm like 22nd as a D-Tech on 36 as a D lineman, and I know what I bring to this team and what I'm capable of on and off the field. And so it's hard for me to, after the year I've had, to really justify playing at the number I'm playing at. I understand I signed a contract last year, but to be completely honest with you, when I signed that, I told them, when I have an all-pro year, expect me to come back. And you can look at the contract and see what it was, but I think everybody kind of giggled a little bit, but in my heads, I used it as motivation to go out there and prove it.
Cam, looking back, you wish you would have just signed like a one-year prove-it deal?
For me and my family, we value stability, but at the same time, I value being valued as well. I've had conversations with my wife as things have started to pick up, and I can't complain about what happened because I was coming off an injury, which I chose to play through and be there for my guys because at the end of the day, I want to be there for them regardless if I'm on this team, but can't cry about spilled milk.
Cam, what was it?
One thing to follow up on Ray's question, there's bonus already this year, right? You got the bonus advance?
That was just a roster bonus. That was them deciding if they wanted to cut me or not.
That you had that as security as opposed to a one-year deal, right? You
Yeah.
That?
I think in my eyes, when I look at it, they could have cut me last year. The way I was approached, I was asked to take a pay cut. We ended up getting a deal done. But when I look at the market and I look at what I've done, it's hard to really wrap my head around playing at a number where I'm not even, half of what the rest of the market is.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
All right, there were my thoughts. Shannon, you go ahead first, man, since you just got here.
You sell a car and you sell it too soon, or you don't do your research, you find out you could have got more, and then you're like, I want that back. I want to sell it for more. He could have put incentive bonuses in. That the players don't like that. They want guaranteed. They want stability, but they don't want 1-year contracts. I just am not a fan of this. Talking about threatening and said his wife wants to know where they're going to be and all this. Now all of a sudden you can set out so many games. You're willing to do that to get your money. The market went up. Yeah, we know that. Other players got paid. But the same thing happened to some guys that got paid right before he got paid last year. And nobody at 36 years old is getting these massive contracts unless it's on a short year deal. And even that's a gamble. So, because Father Time is undefeated. I don't like how this has been handled by him. I think they'll get it worked out. So I'm going to reserve my final judgment till we see what happens. But as I've said before, Father Time's undefeated, and that legacy is 1-8 in the playoffs. So I'll just leave it at that.
Big G, you go, because you obviously are on a page similar to Shannon. Go ahead.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. he had an opportunity. And I'm just going to say it like this. There's a mathematical equation that the people know. It's FAFO. I can't say it on air because we'll get banned by the FCC. But use your imagination and figure out what I'm talking about. He done effed around and found out that what he should have done versus being cut, he should have tested free agency last year. That's on him. But Cam wanted his food and eat it too. He had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He thought that he could play this thing and hedge his bets. How you get your money in the NFL is you go to the free agent market and test the free agent market. But he had found out when he was in that free agent market that it wasn't all like that for a 35-year-old defensive tackle. Yes, he's serviceable. Yes, he's first team All-Pro. Yes, if he don't mess this up, could be a legacy Steeler and have a front office position forever with the Steelers, but he's about to blow it. If I was Mike Tomlin, there's no way in hell Cam Hayward is a captain this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025. Give me that. Because you out there tripping. This is all about you being greedy.
And he was coming off injury.
Yeah. Get up out of here. Boo to you, Cam. Boo. Big boo. Upside down and this way. Boo.
Curb. Go ahead, Curb. Your thoughts.
Right. So the reality is this. What he's doing is kind of jacked up. But I think at the end of the day, Steelers work it out. Because honestly, if it was anybody else, this would be a problem. But with Cam, I mean, he's been with the team. They're gonna work it out. They probably gonna end up giving him $4 or $5 million more, and it's gonna be done. But this is gonna be it. This is probably his last year as a Pittsburgh Steeler. But they're at this point, they're not gonna sacrifice this season of losing him, at this point. So they're gonna work it out and pay him. But I think this is probably the last year you see Cam Hayward in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform.
All right, my turn. And I'm more in line with Kerb. Where I disagree with Kerb is I don't think it's his last year in the Steelers uniform. I think he got 2 years left. I'll ask Shannon and Big-G this. If Cam had been trash last year coming into this season, what would the Steelers have done?
Cut.
What would they have done? Tell me that.
They probably would have cut him.
Okay. So
they would have tried to restructure. I don't think they'd have cut him.
He would have taken a pay decrease though.
Yeah, they would have tried to work something out. Yes.
They wouldn't have gave him this $13 million roster bonus. They had said, we're not giving you that, but we assign you for $7 million this year. They'd have done something like that.
He would have had to be pretty bad for him to. They usually don't try to take money back.
But
it usually has to be really bad before they've even thought about it.
If he played bad, they'd have the leverage to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have the leverage. So, hey, Big-G, you know the saying. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it?
Okay. Yeah.
Cam went out. He told him. He said, when I perform in All-Pro next year, I'm gonna come back. He said that.
Mm-hmm.
I've read and heard that he let them know he wanted a new contract back in March.
Okay.
He's the 22nd highest paid interior defensive lineman. He's the 32nd highest paid defensive lineman, period. And he's one of 4 first-team All-Pro.
So let me ask you a question. Why not go free agent then? Test the market and get your value up. Why not do that?
He could.
Because he didn't.
He could have. His value is obviously worth more as a Steeler to the Steelers.
I don't know about that. With the stats you just named off of, he could hit the free agent market and got more money. He would have had to go play for a big trash bum team. He would have had to go play for the Patriots or somebody like that, or the Saints or somebody like that. But he was trying to have his cake and eat it too, and that's where he was dead wrong. He was dead wrong.
Claude said you can't change your contract every year.
That's facts.
The contract
it's going to be 1-year contracts. That's what's getting ready to happen.
Wasn't guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So he got his guaranteed money. The roster bonus, the $13 million. Now he's getting $1.7 million for this season to play all he's basically saying is what Kerb said. I deserve a raise. Give me 5-6 more million on top of the 1.8 I'm getting, and then we'll play. And he'll be making about $20 million a year, which is probably fair market value for what he did last year, his age and everything. That's all you got to do. And you can even extend it. You think he's good for 2 years? Give him a little less per year, extend him a year. Give him a little more money that way. I don't see Cam looking washed up.
Who's the last guy that the Steelers restructured unfairly?
They did what, Shannon?
Who's the last player that had a down year that the Steelers restructured unfairly?
You can't name none.
Restructured unfairly. I mean,
yeah, they seemed like we were all screaming, "Oh, that ain't fair!" That they're taking away that guy's money after they promised him. The Steelers don't do guaranteed contracts to just recently.
Facts.
But I've tried to think of the last guy that we feel like they did unfairly.
None.
I can't remember nobody.
None. They would trade him or they let him walk in free agency.
Exactly.
None.
I feel like I'm not know if it was a contractual situation. I feel like they did Hines and Troy wrong as longtime Steelers. They kind of forced them guys into retirement. So they didn't force them to go nowhere else. They kind of forced them to retirement.
Hines scored his last game. He went out 3 yards, turned around. They hit him with the pass, so he hit 1,000. He couldn't even run around anymore. I mean, he had to retire. He was done. And honestly, Troy, being the type of player he was, he couldn't do it anymore. He was done.
And Cam is saying, I'm not done. I was first team All-Pro at age 36. Give me my bag.
But he's a hypocrite too, Tate.
They did Big Ben wrong.
Yeah,
they lowballed Big Ben.
Yeah,
Big Ben took a pay cut to come back.
But because they lowballed
next year, he took a pay cut to play one more year. Yeah.
Right.
Ben was about to be cut.
But and Cam's a hypocrite.
And that's a legend.
Yeah. Cam's a hypocrite. Because he was talking all that big yak out there about Aaron Rodgers. You want to be a Steeler? You want to be a Steeler? Get your ass in camp and put a damn uniform on and start playing.
The difference.
Get your ass in camp.
Big G, if that's hypocritical, you was being hypocrite too, because now you love Aaron Rodgers. At one time you didn't.
Because that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
And also you got
to me about my quarterback.
And also you got to look at, and the Steelers will look at, if you take the pulse of that team, even though guys don't probably talk about other guys' contract, all the guys are going to be with them. And you know, they ain't going, ain't nobody in it. It ain't like with Lev Bell, where the offensive line was kind of hating on him. It ain't nobody in that locker room hating on Cam. All the guys is so they know
they want him. They want him to be on the team because they feel like they got to run.
Right.
But the timing of this is freaking horrible.
The timing's awful.
This is horrible.
It is.
Agree
It is.
with that. The time to put it out there is definitely horrible. He says he told him back in March he wanted a new contract. Now, I do agree with the optics of it. The timing looks bad. I do agree with Kerb. I think they get stuff done, and he'll be ready to play week 1. Real quick, transition from that. What do you guys think? Each person, Kerb, you go first with this one. What do you guys think the benefit is? And don't get into the depths of it. Talk about that in the next show. What do you think the benefit of joint practice is?
I think the benefit is, guys, just like you with your quarterback. So now Rodgers probably is going to take a lot of the snaps against their number ones. Then that way he don't have to play a preseason game. So I think that's probably the number one benefit, that you're getting guys that's getting, you know, good snaps, and then you don't have to put them out to play a preseason game.
That's facts, Kerby. That's facts.
Shannon, your thoughts with the benefit of joint practice? I think the Steelers had a joint practice with Buffalo last year, year before.
Buffalo last year.
Buffalo.
Okay, yeah.
Facts.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Just to try out some stuff that you won't necessarily show during the preseason, because this is closed, no media. Well, you can have media, but you can't record. You could try things, and going up against a different style offense you don't see every day. There's a lot of value, and there's some guys that need to step up and show out. I'd love to see it. I'd like to see what the cornerbacks look like matching up against their excellent receivers.
Oh my God, yes.
See, that's the topic for next show. Shannon,
but that's the way to gauge it.
Shannon jumping the tracks.
It's all right, Shannon. It's all right, Shannon.
Spoiler alert, he like one of the people on social media that saw a show early and posted about it.
Come on, Shannon. Come on, Shannon. Rev that train up. Let's go.
Hey, Big G. You already know where I'm going.
Shannon, that red train is boss, boy.
Yeah.
That red train is boss. We trucking
That's
through.
yours
Let's
too.
go.
Me and Kerby the one on the tracks.
Get up out of here. Get up out of here.
Get off the tracks. The train's coming through, baby.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, joint practice, Tate, just to close this section out, it's a huge benefit. It's a huge benefit. And this is another reason why Cam needs to be there. Because now, guess what happens? You get game reps.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest fear for Cam is that he's going to get hurt. Soft tissue injuries happen when you sit out and you don't get reps. He's an old man. He needs reps.
Therefore, he hadn't been getting a lot of reps in training camp anyway. He typically does sit. And Cam, his whole career is 2 seasons where he missed game because of injury out of 14 years. Other than that, he played every game in the 12 other years of his career.
But he's been hurt like 2 of the last 3 or 2 of the last 4. He's been hurt. He's been hurt. Now, I'm just saying he needs reps. He needs practice reps, simulated game reps. That's what he needs. He's not getting them right now. I'm not going to say he's out of shape, but if we played a game tomorrow, he couldn't go. If he played a game tomorrow, he couldn't go. There's no way in hell he could go. There's no way in hell he could go. So he needs that pace. He needs to get in there, put his helmet on, do everything he needs to do, and get his body together for that. And it's not ready. And the longer he sits, the bigger chance he take for him to get hurt. What? Why you laughing?
Well, you said something. It wasn't a no Diddy, but you made me think about Kerb saying, I'm going to put guys in.
Yeah, get Kerby out of here, man. Yeah. Get Kerb out of here.
No. But yeah, man, no. I mean, he could definitely use reps. I don't know as you age and you're as old as just like Aaron Rodgers don't need all the reps. And I'm really surprised, not surprised, but I like to see Aaron Rodgers wanting the reps though. Aaron Rodgers is completely opposite of what any of us may have thought he was going to be thus far. You know what I mean? We 3 weeks into this thing, but thus far, he's been the leader. That make a difference on the offense, and Jalen Ramsey makes a difference on the defense.
That's big facts.
I'm glad to see both those guys. We're going to talk about this more, and we're actually on the next show. One of the things we're going to talk about, we're going to at least spend a segment on, is Shannon kind of alluded to it already. Spoiler alert, is the Steelers' defensive backs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receivers. That's iron sharpened iron. That's strength on strength. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some other Steelers news this week. And I think there's an elevated level of excitement as the season gets closer. So we're going to talk about all these different things on Pump Your Brakes, and that's coming up next. So get ready to either stay here to Nordo's channel or jump on over to the Steel Curtain Network. We'll be there in about the next 5 minutes. Until we see you again.
Let's go.
Mamba out.